Welcome to this video on demonstration of lupus anticoagulant testing. The guidelines for lupus anticoagulant testing are primarily recommended by ISTH, BCSH and CLSI. ISTH guidelines are adapted by the revised Sapporo classification criteria of APS. It recommends usage of two tests based on different principles for detection of LA. DRVVT along with APTT are the recommended tests. LA is said to be positive when one of the two tests are positive. The usual order of testing is screen test, followed by screen mix test and confirm test. Confirm mix tests are seldom performed in rare scenarios for identifying presence of factor deficiencies or other factor inhibitors. First, we shall enlist the materials required for performance of LA test. A water bath maintained at 37 degrees Celsius, blood sample collected in blue top vacutainers containing sodium citrate, glass tubes, plasma in patient samples and pooled normal plasma which are rendered platelet poor by a process of double centrifugation, pipettes and pipette tips, stopwatches, the reagents for APTT, both LA sensitive and insensitive, along with calcium chloride. DRVVT reagents, both screen and confirm, contain calcium chloride and do not need it to be added as an additional step. The reagents which are refrigerated are reconstituted with 2 ml of distilled water and allowed to stand at room temperature for 30 minutes before the test, following which the reconstituted reagents are kept in the water bath at 37 degrees Celsius. Add 100 microliters of patient plasma to glass tubes 1 and 2 for APTT screen testing with LA sensitive and LA insensitive reagents respectively. Add 100 microliters of patient plasma and 100 microliters of pooled normal plasma to glass tube 3 for APTT mixing study. Add 100 microliters of APTT LA sensitive reagent to glass tube 1. Start stopwatch immediately and wait for 5 minutes. Add 100 microliters of APTT LA sensitive reagent to glass tube 3 for mixed study. Start stopwatch immediately and wait for 5 minutes. Add 100 microliters of APTT LA insensitive reagent to glass tube 2. Start stopwatch immediately and wait for 5 minutes. Gently mix the glass tubes during this 5-minute wait. After 5 minutes, for the last step of APTT screen with LA sensitive reagent, add 100 microliters of calcium chloride to glass tube 1 and start the stopwatch immediately. Let the tube stand in the water bath for 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, stir the glass tube and start tilting it gently whilst maintaining in the water bath and look for the appearance of the clot. Clot is said to be formed when there is no movement of plasma on tilting the tube. This is called as the manual tilt technique. Please note here that the time taken for clot formation was 69 seconds. The normal range of APTT at our lab is 26 to 38 seconds. The LA sensitive reagent contains low amount of phospholipid. For the APTT mixing study, add 100 microliters of calcium chloride to glass tube 3 and start the stopwatch immediately and let the tube stand in water bath for 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, start tilting it gently and look for the appearance of the clot. In the mixing study, the addition of pooled normal plasma corrects for factor deficiencies. Note here, the time for clot formation was 41 seconds. However, there was no normalization of APTT indicating the presence of factor inhibitor, possibly lupus anticoagulant. For the last step of the APTT screen with LA insensitive reagent, Add 100 microliters of calcium chloride to glass tube 2 and start the stopwatch immediately and let the tube stand in the water bath for 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, start tilting it gently to look for the appearance of clot. This test with La insensitive reagent which contains relatively high content of phospholipids. Therefore, mild lupus anticoagulant can be missed and should not be used for LA testing. Note here, the time taken for clot formation was 54 seconds. Demonstration of dilute Russell Viper venom test, DRVVT. First, for the DRVVT screen, add 200 microliters of patient plasma to glass tube 1 and start stopwatch immediately and wait for 3 minutes. Next, for the DRVVT screen mix, add equal volumes, that is 200 microliters of patient plasma and 200 microliters of pooled normal plasma to glass tube and start stopwatch immediately, wait for 3 minutes. For the DRVVT confirm, add 200 microliters of patient plasma to glass tube 3 and start stopwatch immediately and wait for 3 minutes. On completion of the 3-minute wait, for the last step of DRVVT screen, add 200 microliters of DRVVT screen reagent to glass tube 1 and start the stopwatch immediately and let the tube stand in the water bath for 20 seconds. Stir once or twice in between. After 20 seconds, stir the glass tube and start tilting it gently to look for visualization of clot with manual tilt technique. Please note, the time taken over here was 126 seconds. This time is prolonged. The normal range for DRVVT in our lab is 29 to 42 seconds. Please note that the DRVVT screen reagent contains low amount of phospholipids. For the last step of DRVVT screen mix, add 200 microliters of DRVVT screen reagent to glass tube and start the stopwatch immediately and let the tube stand in the water bath for 20 seconds. Stir once or twice in between. After 20 seconds, stir the glass tube and start tilting it gently to look for the clot. On visualization of clot, note the time on the stopwatch, which over here is 53 seconds and prolonged. In the test performed, the DRVVT is not corrected with addition of factors present in the pooled normal plasma, indicating the presence of the factor inhibitor, possibly lupus anticoagulant. For the last step of DRVVT confirm, add 200 microliters of DRVVT confirm reagent to glass tube 3 and start the stopwatch immediately and let the tube stand in the water bath for 20 seconds. Stir once or twice in between. After 20 seconds, stir the glass tube and start tilting it gently to visualize the clot with manual tilt technique. Note the time on the stopwatch. Time taken over here is 66 seconds, which is prolonged. DRVVT confirmed reagent contains high content of phospholipids, which normalizes the prolonged DRVVT screen. However, in the test performed, only partial correction of DRVVT on addition of confirmed reagent is seen, which suggests the presence of coexisting factor deficiency or other factor inhibitors in this test sample. This can be further confirmed by doing confirm mix step. This slide shows the calculation of DRVVT ratio and reporting standard. The ratio for the given test sample was 1.9, which was interpreted and reported as moderately positive LA. Each run of LA test is run along with known normal and high abnormal and pooled normal plasma as controls, without which the run is not valid. You can pause here to have a prolonged look at this table for interpretation of DRVVT, which is very important. Lupus anticoagulant assays in most hematology labs is automated. Here are the special scenarios where caution should be exercised while doing LA testing and appropriate modifications should be followed. Apart from lupus anticoagulant, The other two classical or criteria antiphospholipid antibodies are anti-cardiolipin and anti-beta-2 glycoprotein 1, IgG and IgM isotypes. The assays for these antibodies are done by ELISA method and interpretation is per the revised Sapporo classification criteria. ACL should be moderate or high titer positivity, that is more than 40 GPL or MPL or more than 99th percentile, being positive twice in more than 12 weeks. And similarly for the anti-beta-2 glycoprotein 1 antibody, titers of more than 99th percentile with presence on 2 occasions more than 12 weeks apart is considered positive. Here is the list of other important antibodies which have been described in literature in APS, which are not part of the revised Sapporo classification criteria and hence are called as non-criteria antiphospholipid antibodies. These antibodies have also facilitated the evolution of the concept of seronegative APS.